So you talked about the development of two vastly different networks, Net Squared, which is more informal, and the TechSoup Global software distribution, which had more risk, so it required more formality. And you also talked about the different existing governance models that you have. And so I guess the future is, as you said, how do you smush them together?
Yeah.
So can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. So we didn't know what we were doing.
Just part of it. But you know what? I heard a quote from Meg Wheatley that said, if you're not making it up as you go along, you're out of touch with reality.
And I think that's actually true. It was true for us, right? Is that we were learning. And we were changing because of what we learned. And I'm actually proud of that organizationally, that we were able to do that. But it took its toll on the governance structures, right? Because we had one model. We had different models for these vastly different networks. One ad hoc, volunteer organized and run and led, where we had a high tolerance for failure. Another one where we were delivering a defined program that had vested interests in form of corporate partners and foundations. Our tolerance for failure was not as high in that one, and we had to manage risk differently. They both required different kinds of governance. As those networks took off, other organizations were attracted to us. We've combined with other organizations. We've developed other independent organizations in other countries in response to those needs. So the governance has to constantly evolve as well. And what we found is the governance is a step behind what we need, right? Because because the network is a living thing that's changing, and we have to be prepared to have a governance model that's going to evolve and change with it. So as these networks are coming together and starting to cross, we need to figure out how the governance models do that too, right? One that's contract-based, has a defined board, another that's loose. Use this information if you want to. It's really affinity-based.
So how are you going to figure that out?
By doing it. We're going to try different things and doing it. One of the things that we're going to do is later this year we're going to have a summit. We're going to bring these networks together and we're going to ask them. We're going to say, look, you guys have this enormous capacity to deliver. You have this huge energy and knowledge on the ground. How do we join forces to do even more of what we're both trying to do, and in a way that complements each other? So we're going to ask them. The network, combined, it's our job to shepherd what works and to build structures to enable what works. But it's the network's job to figure out what works on the ground.
That's great. Thanks so much, Marnie.
Thank you.